Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sash. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Oh my freaking goodness. Hello, hotties, and welcome back to the Smoke Sash podcast. My name is Hannah, your host, and I am so excited to be back with you guys today. We have a fun little episode today. I don't know, I'm running from demons, so let's run together. Girl, let's be wild and free like horses running through a field, okay? Away from our problems. Oh, the day you're listening to this, day I'm filming this, is actually the Capricorn full moon, and the start of a very long Mercury retrograde. So mama, I am in incognito mode. I am just trying to protect and prepare the best I can. If you are ever curious of learning more about what's going on in the stars or keeping up with them or getting a little bit more details, I do write-ups on the Patreon every week, patreon.com/smokesashshotty. But I'll go ahead and give you guys just some warning signs of maybe what you have been feeling and how to transform those emotions into maybe something a little bit more useful. Okay. Your emotions are probably a fucking mess right now. You're probably feeling a lot of things. You're probably a little ticked off, a little annoyed, a little sad, a little maybe happy. Maybe you're euphoric. Maybe you're a little manic right now. I know I am at some peaks, that's for sure. Maybe you're just feeling a lot of things all at once, and baby, that might make you feel like you're going to explode. But let me go ahead and give you some grounding. Y'all, if you're not familiar with grounding, let's get familiar, okay? Leaning into your emotions, this retrograde, this full moon, it's not going to help you. I know, because you feel overwhelmed by your emotions. They are the most prioritized feeling right now, makes you think that this is what you need to be prioritizing. No, baby. Actually, the cold, hard truth and facts is what you need to be focusing on. Okay, I talked about this on the Patreon. Pros and cons lists are going to be your best fucking friend right now. Pros and cons lists. Get real, get honest, get truthful about the life you want to live, about who is living in your life, about the habits you have, about the activities you're doing. Baby, are you living a life you want to live, or is it one that is running away from you? And how can you catch up by really taking accountability for what you're doing and maybe implementing some new things along the way? But getting sad or getting emotional about, but this person left me, or but I missed out on this opportunity, or this person was, being rude to me today, and then having that ruin your whole fucking day, that's not going to help. Cancer babies, trust me, I know how emotional y'all can get, and happy birthday. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, but please, for the love of God, there is this detached, unemotional side of Cancer that they're really good at practicing that I think we really need to lean into in this Cancer retrograde of, I'm feeling a certain way, but also here's the truth of the matter, and let me take steps accordingly, knowing the reality of what the situation is to better my life, to make a change, to, transform myself in some sort of way. Okay. Retrogrades are always full of lessons, of a little bit of chaotic energy. So be careful while driving. Be careful in communication. Do not open your mouth up too fucking wide. Girl, not everything needs to be said. Do not lock yourself inside as well. Okay, I think in retrogrades, people get scared. They're like, I'm going to withdraw. I'm going to revert back to my indoor self. I'm going to become a hermit. I'm going to live in the dark. That's not going to help you either, because then it's just you and the demons alone. It's okay to, escape a little bit, go out, have some fun, celebrate life. That's what summer's all about. We should be embodying that completely. But please, let me go ahead and give you guys your retrograde PSA. Just be careful out there. I've been looking behind me for the past week, oh my God, is there something coming? Is there something coming for me? I feel like something's coming for me. I feel like there's a monster in the distance and the ground is shaking as it's sprinting towards me. So baby, I am gearing up. I am suiting up. I am prepping to the best of my ability. And I hope you guys are too. But yeah, like I said, if you want more information, join the Patreon, patreon.com/smokesashshorty. Would love to have you there. Speaking of extra content, I just uploaded the weekly vlog for you guys. I know I said last week, maybe I'll go horseback riding, maybe I won't. Well, I did. I took you guys horseback riding. If you want to meet my horse, if you want to know more about my journey of how I started getting into horses, even though you guys probably already know it, if you just want to see what it looks like there, whatever. If you just come hang out, follow me on YouTube, Hannah Marlene 444. It is up there now. Go give it a little watch. Who knows what we'll get into this week, but I have a feeling it's going to be probably getting stoned and thrifting. If you have any vlog recommendations or vlog requests, comment down below. Would love to hear what the girls are into, what they'd like to see from me, because baby, I am here to provide. I also have another recipe going up on Instagram. I made breakfast bows. Bows are like my favorite thing to make and also my favorite thing to eat at my old restaurant. Specifically, these breakfast bows are like breakfast sandwiches, but in a bao bun, which a bao bun is like a steamed rice bun. So they're so soft with like a maple aioli. Ooh! Oh my God, I'm literally about to go make another batch right now. So good, so easy, incredibly easy. That is up right now on Instagram. And also, you guys, I'm doing a vibrator giveaway. Cancer season, self-care, self-love, Mercury retrograde, baby. You deserve something good for yourself. I'm doing a vibrator giveaway with Bellessa up on my Instagram right now. Speaking of, someone asked me, what is my favorite vibrator? And personally, I'm a wand girl. If I'm going to be honest, I'm such a wand girl. I know the rose toys get a lot of love and like those are good. Don't get me wrong. But like, you ever have something that's a little too good and you're like, this might ruin something for me. Baby, I might become part robotic. Like this might ruin something for me. Let me only break this thing out when I really need a little extra oomph, a little extra something. You know what I mean? That's when the rose toy comes out. That's when the pebble comes out. That's when any of those suction crazy things come out. But no, on an average day, on an average Wednesday, girl, the wand is where it's at. I feel like sometimes with the suction toys, since they're so intense. Okay, welcome to TMI Tuesday. Since they're so intense, you can like lose feeling in your clit. I'm not even kidding. You can literally you can go numb down there. The same way like men can get numb from jerking it too many fucking times. It's like, yeah, your sensitivity is shot. Now you have to go to like the ends of the earth to try and get off. Suction toys can also do that to you. So I want to give you a PSA, but also like fabulous, wonderful, will have your toes curling and you levitating off the bed. Not lying. Anyways, like I said, you guys deserve a little self-care, a little TLC. So go get yours now while you can. Baby, I have like 8 of them in my bedroom right now. I'm not a girl who uses anything that goes inside of her though. I don't need penetration to get off. Like, I really don't. I'm not going to be that girl that's like, yeah, I need a dildo. No, I'm not. If you are, fabulous, congratulations. But I feel like if something's inside of me in like solo play, I'm getting overwhelmed. There's like too many components going on. I'm like, it's too much. It's too much. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. I can't do it. I need something simple, easy peasy, maybe like 2 speeds. Like, let's not get too wild with it. I'm a simple girly. I like to keep it simple, like I said, because you can desensitize yourself. So please, for the love of God, be careful. Be careful, but have fun. Moral of the story, retrograde, pretty much be careful, but have fun. You guys, it is so incredibly hot out. Summer is officially here. And I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling like the antsy energy of just like, baby, I'm going to be outside. I'm going to be outside. I have been inside for too long. And it's time for me to get my life in order. Best way to deal with chaos, to deal with like impending doom, is to organize the fuck out of your life. And maybe this is a bad coping mechanism I have, but I'll tell you what, it does elevate me every single time. But I feel like sometimes I'll wake up in life, and this happens periodically to all of us, where I'll go, what the fuck am I doing? Where am I? What's going on? Like, oh my God. Like, what have I been doing? What have I been doing? I've been in like just a free flow mode for way too long. Nothing like important has happened in my life. And it's because I am not doing anything important in my life. Not that like this isn't important or I don't have value in the things I'm doing. More so like the structural importance of putting yourself out there, of scheduling events, of going and doing things, of setting up appointments, of scheduling out your days so you feel like you get the most out of it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So me coping is going to be me going, you know what happens if we did live our dream life every single day for a month? Like, what happens? Crazy what happens, 30 days. What if you commit 30 days to living your life exactly how you want it to? And I understand there are some things that you have to work around, such as work. Baby, you got to afford those bills. I understand, absolutely. But what are you doing after work? Talk about your 9 to 5. How about your 5 to 9? Are you coming home and sitting on your phone and scrolling, brain turning to mush? Okay, cognitive dysfunction, and then falling asleep and getting no sleep. Like, or are we like going to the gym, going to the park, meeting up with a friend for dinner, going home and painting, you see? So it's like utilizing the time I do have in the most important way. But like, what happens? We have, I don't know, millions of fucking days in this life. So many days. What happens if you took the time to dedicate 30 days to yourself? I think this is a very transformational tool. You talk manifestation, baby. The universe wants to see you work hard in order for you to receive gifts. It's not just going to bless you with things. I mean, here and there, don't get me wrong. But it needs to be like, okay, bitch, prove it to me. How bad do you want it? Are you really going to show up for it? Are you really going to be here for it? Are you going to be here for yourself? Show me the proof in the pudding, babe. And so I feel like I've been asking, doing a lot of witchcraft. Love it. Fabulous. Amazing. But baby, it's time to work harder than I've ever worked hard in my entire life. And I am excited by it because it's working hard on myself, not working hard for other people, not trying to prove myself to other people, not trying to make my parents happy, not trying to have something to brag about. Simply put, just doing it for me and seeing what the fuck comes out of it, seeing where I am in 30 days. So I'll be starting July 1st. There's not very many rigid rules, baby. I am not doing 75 hard. I don't hate myself, actually. But I will be doing 30 Hannah's way. 30 Hannah's way of waking up early, trying to get out to the barn or getting a workout in or going on a walk before it is 1 million fucking degrees outside because the earth is catching on fire. Hate to break it to you. Global warming is real. If you're listening to this podcast, yes, you do know that. Okay. It's fucking hot. It's hot. I'm a little antsy. Let's get outside. Let's enjoy this planet while we got it. Okay, coming home, making myself a good breakfast, taking care of my body, doing some painting, getting some work done, cleaning my house, hanging out with my cat, setting up dates with friends, putting myself out there, doing content, creating things I enjoy to create. I love making the vlogs. They've brought so much enjoyment into my life recently. Cutting back on the weed, cutting back on the alky. Okay, social drinking only. And summer maxing, if I'm being honest. If I see an event someone's posted about on Instagram, bitch, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be there. I don't care if I have to go alone. I don't care if I have to be that annoying friend that's like, will you come with me? Will you come with me? Will you come with me? I'm just in an era where I'm like, fuck it. Let me put myself out there. Let me see how things go. Let me try this. Let me try that. What do we have to lose? Nothing. And we can lose ourselves. It's very easy to lose ourselves when you're living for other people. You're trying to meet other people's expectations. You're trying to, make other people happy in your life who, simply put, don't give a fuck about you. You're trying to balance other people's lives for them. You're trying to invest yourself emotionally into things that just aren't worth your time. You're getting overwhelmed with your own emotions. You're locking yourself inside. No, summer maxing. I need you guys to get at least one sunburn. I need you guys to set off at least one firework. I need you guys to share a social drink with a friend. I need you guys to go out dancing. I need you to be in a body of water. I need you to eat a popsicle. These are things I'm requiring from you in order for you guys to have a good summer. Simple, easy, indulgent, fun, silly. That's what it's all about. Okay. I feel like the pre-retrograde shadow phase, I was like, I'm scared. And now it's like, the monster's here, bitch. What's it gonna do? We are stronger. We are stronger than the demons. We can outlast them. I promise you. But it does take you getting real with fucking life, working hard, and seeking joy and fun wherever you can. So that's your little pep talk for the day. That's honestly my little pep talk for the day. My God, I have just been losing my mind a little bit, but in a good way. I've had a good week so far. I went horseback riding a couple times. The farrier came out, checked on my horse's hooves after they got fucked up, but she's all good. We're good. We worked it out on the remix, you know. I did some planting on my balcony. I made some really fun recipes. I've been hanging out with my cat and painting. He's been loving being outside, even though it is 1,000,000 degrees out. I think on his arthritis, it just feels like laying in one big heating pad, but the heating pad is the earth. I finally fixed my fish tank and the water issues I was having. My fish have never been happier, and I got snails, and the snails are living their best life. Wow, love it. Big win. I have 4th of July off to celebrate what? I don't know, but I'm taking back America, okay? The Republicans have everything right now. Okay, we deserve to have some fun as well. We deserve to celebrate life as well. And what can be of the American dream, of the true American dream of equality, of liberty and justice for all, no matter who you are. I don't give a fuck. We do not discriminate. Okay, that's what I'll be celebrating. The World Cup has brought so many people into the city that are just like really having so much fun, and I've been feeding off their energy a lot. It's been fabulous. When I have been going to work, it's been like the sweetest customers ever, and I've just been kikiing with them. I met this angel the other night who was like, you have so much life left to live. Go out and live it. Don't let anything hold you back. And also, here is this ranch I worked on in Hawaii. You should go work there. I was like, baby girl, love you down, but white girl me, I don't think I'm supposed to be there, but I appreciate the angel energy you just brought down here to earth to me. I did need that pep talk. Thank you so much. If I could kiss you on the lips, I would, but your husband's sitting right there. Girl, she was cracking me up. The bill came. She goes, we do gender roles around here. Give it to him. He makes $1 to my 75 cents. He'll pay. I was like, oh, girl. It's so funny. I made a new friend. I put myself out there. She reached out. I was like, yes, fuck it, girl. Let's go hang out. She was such a vibe, such a key. We have another hangout set up. I've been reaching out to people left and right to just like go out and party and live life this summer. And yeah, I'm not going to use the word thriving because I'm scared of the repercussions, but we're doing our best, and that's all we can really do this summer. Okay, I'm going to go frolic in a field. I'm going to go ride a horse. I'm going to go set off some fireworks, and I'm going to go live my best life, and I think you should too. Okay, feed off that energy. Run from your demons. It's okay. They'll catch up to you eventually. You'll handle that shit. But try and have as much fun along the way as you can. With that being said, let's get into your guys' questions for the day, because I think you guys are losing your minds, and hopefully I can approach with a little bit of resilience and excitement for you in order to keep you guys going the best you can. Okay. How to leave the past behind, releasing inhibitions, feel the rain on my skin. Yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. This is exactly the energy we need to be leaning into of like, baby, the past is in the past. The forward is the only place to go. The forward, girl, get it together. It's early. I just took my parents to the airport. They're going to Croatia. So I'm like, 8 a.m. film time? Sure, why not? Oh, the espresso has yet to hit my brain. Anyways, speaking of retrogrades have a silly way of making us like circle back and reevaluate and bring demons from the past back to you and just like kind of make you regress. But the regression is a test where the universe is like, let me put you in a situation. Let me give you a situation. Let me give you a person. Let me give you a person, place, thing, a noun, an adjective, any of those things, any of the things you could think of as a test. This is the universe testing your will, your patience, and your dedication to the future you hold so dearly in your heart, the future you dream about every single night when you lay your head down on that pillow. The universe goes, but how bad do you fucking want it? So understand when you find yourself in a place where you go, oh, I'm reacting like I'm 16 again. Or, oh, why is that evil situationship crawling out of the woodworks? Oh, why am I back into this shitty bad habit again? Oh, why am I smoking weed and drinking to drown out my feelings? Why am I getting overwhelmed with my feelings? Why am I regressing to this place? Any of these things. If you feel yourself circling back for the millionth time, it's for a reason, and this is a test. This is the universe going, will she pass or will she fail? Will she be stuck, or will she see it for what it is, know she deserves better, and move forward accordingly with the knowledge she now has from living in the future? Do not fail this test, okay? You will not release your inhibitions. You will not feel the rain on your skin. Please, for the love of God. The only way out is through, and that is forward. Moving backwards, rehashing old situations. I know in your brain you're like, but like, I didn't figure it out and it's unfinished business. And maybe if I figure it out, it'll give me closure and I'll know more about myself and I'll know more about the situation. No, babe. Actually, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different ending, a different outcome. Please. Let's not give in to insanity this season. Let's give in to peace and quality and clarity, okay? That evil situationship is not going to show you love, baby. He never loved you. She never loved you. They never loved you. That polyamorous relationship you were in that you felt, unloved in, baby. Yeah, that's because you were supposed to move forward. You're supposed to move forward. Whatever it was, you're supposed to move forward. Whether you forcefully removed yourself, whether the universe shut it down, whether the person broke your heart, whatever happened was supposed to happen. Every retrograde, I have the same fucking situation come back up. And this one is the one where it ends, baby. It all ends with us, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, I keep going back thinking, but I'll learn more this time, but I'll adjust it this time, but I'll know more, but I'll be able to understand it differently. No. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. The only way sometimes to move on is to accept things for what they are, good, bad, ugly, and go, damn, whatever that was sucked. But also, I know in the future, I never want to go through that again or have that in my vicinity again or experience that again. So I'm going to move forward into a life that I know will not have that. It's really simply put, I promise you. Sometimes the only closure you need is going, actually, the future that I'm envisioning in my head, that's a Raven moment. The future that I'm creating, that I'm hyping up, that I'm dreaming about, does not include this habit, this situation, this person, this place, this thing. Adjective, noun, whatever. I don't know. Sometimes that is all the closure you need. And I think you can give that closure yourself. You don't need outside forces to tell you everything is okay. Not everybody is going to be here to hold your hand and help you through it, but you can be there for yourself. I promise you that. You can be there for yourself. You can hold your hand. You can help yourself through it. And you're strong enough to do so. But do not fail these tests. Be aware. Be on the lookout. Have your head on a swivel. If you have these triggers that you feel like you've gotten over and some random person tries to trigger you, baby, walk away. Walk away. If evil exes crawl out of the woodworks, let them be. Leave them in hell to burn. If you feel like yourself slipping into bad habits, bad thinking patterns, whatever it is, remember, you can move forward accordingly. You do not have to give in to temptation. All right. There is peace in knowing that like we have a little bit of control over our lives, what we choose to have in it, what we choose to release. But also there's a lot that we don't have control over. And sometimes we just have to accept shit for what it is and move forward onto something that we desire more, that we desire and prioritize more, whatever those things happen to be. A new job, a new place, a new apartment, a new anything, you know. But whatever you dream of and whatever you feel desired to go to, you can do. I know you're strong enough, but do not move backwards. That is a big ol' waste of time. And I do think through true acceptance of self, you do fully release your inhibitions. There is this like side of myself that I've recently accepted where it's like, you know what? I'm kind of a weirdo. I'm kind of a freak. I'm like, I got a big mouth on me. I love to yap. I'm kind of annoying sometimes, but like, who cares? That's who I am. Fully acceptant. They're not like bad traits. They're not horrible, awful things that I'm doing. You know, if I was evil, then I'd be like, all right, let's switch things up. But I've come to accept, simply put, who I am, the good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. Hello, you've heard that me say this a million times. And it does have this like quality, this acceptance does have this quality of like true peace. If you can accept, you know what? I fuck up sometimes. I'm human. I'm weird. I like to dress weird. I like to show up and show out. Whoever you are. Maybe you're a little awkward. Maybe you're a little bit more quiet. Maybe you're not a club girl. Maybe you just prefer to stay at home and read, but you've been pining to be somebody you're not. Accept who you are. Who you are is good. Who you are is valid and real and honest and important. Uplift that side of yourself, whoever it is. And I think you will feel true peace. You will feel the rain on your skin. You will be able to release your inhibitions. Okay? Don't pretend you're somebody you're not. Accept yourself fully. Release what you don't want. Someone asked, do you practice glamour magic? I'm mesmerized by you when I watch your YouTube videos. Oh my God, thank you. No, actually, if you watch my YouTube videos, I'm a mess. And I don't practice glamour magic. I think I just love myself and don't give a fuck what I look like. And I think there's an air and a quality to that does give off this glow that anybody can inhabit. Anybody can inhabit. Also, retinol. You guys, tretinoin has changed my life. I love retinol. I do. My skin never looked better. The purging phase, pretty fucking crazy. Pretty crazy. I was like, oh my God, am I ruining my skin? No, you do have to go through a little ugly to get to the good. I'm not going to lie. And also, like, the acne I am purging is acne that I felt like was reoccurring. Like, you know, when you get spots that you break out and you're like, oh my God, it's the same spot over and over and over and over again. The retinol is helping break down the skin cells to finally purge it completely. So you kind of have to let it go and not pick at your skin because you will scar. But after you go through the phases of, you know, slowly introducing it, slowly getting your skin ready, upping the dosage, you know, then kind of allowing yourself to purge, taking it one day at a time. Now, my skin, wow, wowzers, wowee. I'm not even kidding. My main issue was like my pores. I feel like my pores were large, which like maybe we just need to step away from the mirror, like that simple. But this has shrunk my pores. It makes my face a little bit more greasy, but I think that's just because I'm like super hydrated. And it's gotten rid of like consistent acne spots that I would get all the time that I could not get rid of before. I'm literally about to start slathering my body head to toe in retinol and tretinoin. Are they the same thing? I think they are. Either way, I think that's probably why you're seeing the glow. I gotta give the pharmacist a little bit of an award here for what they have done for me. Thank you. Thank you to my dermatologist. But no, I do think there is this air and this quality, like perception is so simple. And it's kind of silly if you really think about it. When you think like hot, sexy, baddie, you know, you think like certain traits. You think of certain traits that are popularized by society. Maybe like right now it's like the boob job, the lip filler, the clear skin, the tan skin, whatever it is, whatever you're thinking of. In reality, none of those things matter. None of them matter. What does matter for true beauty, for true like essence, for true ethereal quality is like this innate knowledge of like, no, I'm gorgeous. Like I love myself. I think I'm beautiful. And also, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. I don't really care if you think I'm gorgeous or not. You thinking I'm not the epitome of beauty does not take away from what I think about myself. And I think there is that like I don't give a fuck attitude that does create this internal glow. You know, the most beautiful women I know, the most gorgeous women I know, the most like ethereal fairy goddess, oh my God, I'm praying at your temple women I know are not women who like are fitting into stereotypical beauty standards. They are women that simply put just know themselves and love themselves and aren't here to prove that to anybody but themselves. And it does give this radiant quality. Baby, you can pray at your own temple. You do not need a mass following to pray at your temple to make you feel good. You can visit your own temple. You can give your own offerings. You can pray at your own temple. You can honor yourself. You don't have to wait around for someone else to say that you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are divine, you are loved. You know what? I'll go ahead and tell you that right now if you need it. But like wasting your time waiting for somebody to tell you that, we don't have time for that. Tell it to yourself. You know who you are. Love yourself. Show up for yourself and let yourself just be yourself. Good, bad, ugly. You know, I don't care if I'm breaking out. I've kind of gotten over this hump that I've been in recently where it's like, oh, but like, what if my tummy? Oh, but what if my acne? Oh, my back knee? Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, but what? It's a waste of brain cells. I'm outside. I'm so insecure. It's like I'm supposed to be engaging in conversation. Like I'm supposed to be engaging in the world around me. This is a waste of fucking time, a waste of brain cells, a waste of thinking, processing. It's like there's no more time for that. There's no more time for insecurity. We need to spend more brain cells on having fun and being hot and flirty and having a good time and summer maxing. Not does my butt look good? Do I fit this beauty standard? Do I this? Do I that? No. I am perfect exactly how I am. Good, bad, ugly. And I love myself despite my flaws. And that will give you that glow that you're so desiring. And also retinol. I love retinol. I cannot say enough good things about it. But also, like, everybody's different. Please talk to your doctor. Please, for the love of God. I am not qualified.
Hello. Oh my gosh, hi. I just want to say I love your podcast. I listen every week. You really motivate me to just like stay more positive and especially when I'm at work, just not being so much of a funk. But anyways, I'm currently going through, I guess, a friendship breakup, kind of, in a way. We had our first miscommunication, and I thought that we kind of, figured everything out. And then she just kind of randomly, after that, stopped talking to me or sending me stuff or liking any of my stuff. And, it's just really weird because I don't really know how to feel. I feel like I went about the situation the best I could, and I'm kind of having the approach of like, I'm not going to beg someone to be my friend, so I'm trying not to dwell on it too much. But I guess my main question is just, do you have any advice for just like, I guess grieving a friendship or letting go of a friendship that wasn't good, but you're still sad because you still liked having that person as a friend. I don't know, just do you have any advice, any tips, any have you ever gone through a situation like this? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I hope you have a awesome day.
Oh, love you, first of all. Second of all, this happens to all of us. I don't know. Sometimes people just get burnt out on each other, and that's okay. That's okay. I understand you said it was like a miscommunication, and miscommunications happen. They happen in the workplace. They happen with friendships. They happen with relationships. They happen with parents. They happen with everybody. Miscommunications are very, very, very common. And they are something that also, like, usually good people in your life should understand your intentions or understand, you know what, maybe they didn't mean to go off that hard, my bad, or maybe they didn't mean to say that thing, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But also sometimes, you strike a chord with somebody and they're like, I need to take a step away and just kind of like take some time to myself. That's also valid. I feel like that's pretty valid in relationships, friendships, any sort of interpersonal relationships. Sometimes people need to take a step away. Now, the completely ghost is very interesting because usually in these situations, I would say reach out anyways. Fuck it. What do you have to lose? Okay. Obviously, she can't communicate her real feelings about the situation, but you can still keep kind of trying to figure it out. If you don't have the energy to do so and it's a two-way street, you're like, it's her turn to reach out. I also understand that. But the thing is, I don't know. Sometimes this just happens in life, in relationships. And I wish that she was maybe a little bit more mature enough to be like, hey, maybe I just need some time away, or maybe I just need some time to myself. That's totally understandable. That's totally fine. But the completely withdrawing is very interesting. And sometimes you just have to take motives at face value. When we're left, ghosting is hard because when you're left with unanswered questions, when you're left with no closure, you're like, you're creating like a million different scenarios in your head of what you did wrong, what they're thinking about you, what this, what that. And it's like, that's just not a fun place to live in, especially in your head. So I'm sorry if you're going through that. But also, the only closure you're going to get from the situation is this happened, the miscommunication, and she decided to handle it by completely cutting me off. And that's how she handles conflict. So I'm going to let her handle it that way, and I'm going to move on and, try and find different people in my life that maybe handle shit differently, who maybe are a little bit more mature to communicate things with me, who, will understand where I'm coming from a little bit more. That's really all you can do is take the situation at face value and ask yourself, do I want this in my life? Do I want someone who handles conflict in their life like this? Or do I need to move on and find a friend who's a little bit better at understanding or saying I'm sorry or speaking up for what they think? Simply put, okay? I think ghosting is I think it's pretty immature. If you're doing it to a man and the man's evil, I don't give a fuck. But especially like a friend, simply just saying, hey, I'm going through something right now. I just need some time away, or sorry, I've been so busy recently. I need a break. I need some space. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just kind of like taking some time to myself. I think that's such a simple and easy thing to do, especially to somebody that you respect and care about, that I don't have a lot of respect personally for ghosting, and like I said, relationships ebb and flow, especially with friendships. You can take a month apart, you can come back together, act like nothing ever happened. It happens, but you wasting time trying to fill the gaps or figure out the situation or A, B, C, and D, and maybe if I say this right thing, then she'll forgive me, and this and that. It's just, that is a massive waste of time. Real, honest, authentic relationships will not have you sitting there questioning what is going on, what are the motives, what did I do. Real, honest, authentic relationships will not have you questioning yourself like this. Miscommunications happen. They're not that big of a deal. It is what it is. But this reaction is something that I think you can take the power back and look at and go, do I want someone in my life who handles conflict, who handles things like this with friends in this manner? Or do I want someone maybe a little bit more mature and understanding? So I'm sorry you're going through this. It's very hard. It's very difficult. But I do think through understanding of the situation, you'll be able to move forward and maybe find friends who are a little bit better. And also, I don't blame you if you reach out and go, hey, what's going on? Unanswered questions are hard, but sometimes the situation just is what it is and we have to accept it, but ask ourselves, do we want that in our lives? How do I stop feeling the need to be loved by a man and pour that love into myself? So tell me which one of your parents didn't give you enough affirmations as a child. So tell me which of your parents did not love you enough as a child. I feel like sometimes even like, listen. This is no hate on my parents, but like, girl, they were busy. They were busy. They were booked and busy. They were busy individuals. All right. And I have this like only child complex, even though I'm not an only child because my brother is so much older than me, that I was like, but have y'all forgotten about me? Like, my brother's off doing all these things, but like, hey, y'all, I'm still here. You forget about me, and it causes complex within myself to be like, constantly putting myself in situations or environments or with partners where I'm like, pick me, choose me, love me, don't forget about me, the way my parents did, don't forget about me. And it caused so many problems in my relationships, and not like problems for myself, but more so just like, damn, why are you dating that man who just like doesn't give a fuck about you? Oh, because it's familiar? Okay. You know what I mean? And so a lot of like innate knowing about yourself and your habits, the good, the bad, the ugly, knowing, I kind of go after these avoidant people because I was around these avoidant people, or I go after this type of person because I was around this type of person growing up, or, I'm used to this kind of love, so I go after this kind of love. Having that innate knowledge about yourself will give you power, and also it'll give you understanding of the dynamics that you find yourself in, and knowing whether or not you want to pursue something based on past knowledge and future desires. Okay, you cannot go back. You cannot go back. You cannot fix that. But you can choose partners that love you. You can know, wow, I did not like feeling that way. Let me go forward and find somebody who does the exact opposite, who doesn't make me feel that way. Oh, I didn't like this quality. Let me move forward and find someone who has a different kind of quality. But also, I think I don't want to say, because this is like so, I don't know, I feel like it'll hold people back, but like, not to say that like, if you don't love yourself, you shouldn't find yourself in a relationship, but I do think it kind of makes it unequal in a sense, It's important to love yourself fully, to know yourself fully, to then be able to understand what you even want in a relationship, to feel secure in yourself. So when someone else is coming into your life, you can understand if they disrupt your security or if they maybe add on to it, make you feel more secure. When I found myself getting into relationships in a place of lack, in a place of, I need this to feel wanted, I need them to want me, I need this, I need that, it never worked out because I was never satisfied and they were never able to give me what I wanted. And that's not fair. That's not a fair relationship. Giving into yourself, feeding into yourself, loving yourself, pouring into yourself, you will never regret that. You might regret doing it to somebody who ultimately at the end of the day will never be able to love you the way you desire, but you'll never regret giving it to yourself. And also it'll set you up in the future for good, positive relationships, like I said, where you're able to actually evaluate the situation of things of, is this good? Are they actually adding to my life that is perfect and beautiful and wonderful? Or are they coming in and fucking disrupting things and ruining it? And now my life's chaos, even though before it was so beautiful and lovely because I knew how to love myself. I also think there's power in knowing how to love yourself so then you can communicate to future partners how you enjoy being loved, You can't assume all partners in the future are going to be mind readers. Sometimes you do have to say, hey, I really enjoy this form of love. I love gift giving. I love physical touch. I love words of affirmation. This is what I enjoy. Do you mind, working with my love languages a little bit? That comes from true self-love, true self-knowledge, and giving yourself the things that you want, you desire. Okay. I do not think you will ever regret pouring into yourself. Okay. If you want to talk about regrets, I don't have a lot of regrets in life. I don't regret things in life. I really don't. But I do have like qualms about like wasted time that I could have spent on myself that I then poured into someone else who was maybe undeserving of it, or poured into a situation that was undeserving of it, poured into like unnecessary feelings that was undeserving. Whatever it is, wasted time, wasted things. It is what it is. You move forward. You have plenty of time left in this life. Don't worry. Everybody who's listening to this is young, okay? If I can urge you to do one thing this summer, it is pour into yourself. Whatever you want, whatever you desire, whatever you're seeking, give it to yourself. You deserve it, okay? Cancer season, treat yourself, self-care, self-love. It is the season of self-love. I'm not even kidding. Now is the time to practice this to its fullest. Oh, you want to go get a massage? You're like, damn, I'm really touch deprived, but I don't really want to hook up with anybody. I need to go get a massage. Go get a massage. Oh, I've been really wanting to get a facial recently. Go get a facial. Oh, I've, really wanted to go to the pool and tan. Go do it. I don't care if you have to go alone or if you have to beg a friend to go. That's okay. go do it. Oh, I've been wanting to go to this activity, or I want to go dance. I want to go out and drink and dance. Go out and do it. Pour into yourself. Feed into your desires. Give yourself everything you've ever wanted. Not only will it build a good rapport with yourself where you're able to inherently trust yourself more, listen to yourself, trust your intuition, trust your gut feelings, your gut instincts, because you're able to build up that connection and relationship with yourself. But also it'll set you up for success in the future if you do want to build a relationship with someone who's not a fucking loser. You already have such a beautiful, fulfilling, wonderful life that if someone comes into it, you will be able to understand quickly, okay, expeditiously, if they are there to fuck shit up, ruin your vibe, or if they are bringing an air of calm to your life while also elevating it. I have a friend right now who's like, she's like majorly single, like celibate single, been this way for a while. You know, she was like divulging in men a little bit, and then she was like, actually he's evil and awful. We're going celibate, we're going single. And it's gotten to a point where she has like worked so hard on her life and what she wants, building routines, going to yoga, going to therapy, doing events, going and hanging out with good friends, having, you know, just like a good routine in her life, new job, new environment, new things. She took the time. It was hard work. Sure, there were nights where she cried. There's nights where she's lonely. There's nights where it's hard, where she's maybe going through mental things, whatever it is, you know, but she did not give up on making a beautiful life for herself. And now, of course, right when you do that, they start coming out of the woodworks. You're like, what are you doing? Can I come over? Can I do this? Can I do that? And she is able to read through these fucking men like no other, because they're like, hey, let's watch Love Island together. I'll be over at 9:30 p.m. And she's like, no, you're not coming over to my place at 9:30 p.m. on a Thursday to watch Love Island when I have to get up and work in the morning. Like, it really is that simple understanding where before, maybe if you were so desperate for love, so desperate for attention, it's like, oh yes, please come over at 9:30. I don't care if I'm exhausted tomorrow. I don't care if you only came over to sleep with me. I don't care this, I don't care that. Like, I need this attention, I need this one, I need this desire. No, she's given it to herself. She's filled up her cup. Her cup is overflowing simply from herself. She knows this person is coming to sip and slurp and slop out of that cup and take from her. And she's simply, it's a simple understanding of, baby, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. You're not getting a ticket to that ride. Okay, goodbye and good night. Summer maxing this season, it's going to look like pouring as much love as possible into yourself and not feeling guilty about it. You deserve everything you want. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to have a fantastic summer. You deserve to go live all of your dreams, and you deserve to give it to yourself. You can give it to yourself. You know yourself more innately than anybody else does. I do have this true belief and knowledge that when we are born, we know exactly who we are. We do. And then we spend so much of our time getting like pushed away from that true self, pushed away from that true understanding of self by society, by our parents, by family, by random inputs from other people. And then we find ourselves in adulthood lost and wandering and trying to find our way back to that childlike quality that we have. You have it within you. You can find it. You can give it to yourself, but no one else is going to give it to you. Okay? Pour into your cup. You got this. I believe in you. Okay. Summer maxing means loving ourselves despite it all and going after and getting everything we want and desire. But that man who only texts you at 9:30, who is avoidant, who leaves you on red, who doesn't show up for you, who doesn't know your cat's name, who doesn't care about you, they are going to chug that cup down until you're empty and leave you with that empty cup. Okay, and that is not what you deserve. Hi, Hannah. I have been approaching my future plans in a go with the flow sort of attitude, where I'm not forcing anything, but letting the path unfold. I'm having trouble distinguishing when to surrender and when to really go for something. For example, I've been thinking about moving, but I don't know how to trust myself. Sometimes I feel like I need to get out of my city I've lived in for almost a decade, and other times I can't imagine leaving the life and opportunities I have here. I'm afraid of ending up stuck, either in my current world where I'm not realizing all of my dreams, or stuck in a new place and regretting the decisions and wishing I was where I used to be. All change is change, but what if I really lose out because the timing was not right? Roar. Do you have any tips for figuring out when to go for something? I need a little soul searching assistance and hopefully firsthand advice if you have any. Thank you infinitely. Oh, okay. First of all, love you, baby. Love you down. I think this is something a lot of people feel, and a lot of people probably are feeling. I don't know, summertime just has this ability to be like, all right, let's look at all the options, let's get overwhelmed with the options, and then let's kind of do nothing. It's so easy to do. It really is. I will say, I don't know, I feel like people, or I was this way where I was like, the go with the flow mentality is the mentality to have, where you're like, I am just living day by day and I am making the best of it, and I'm having such a grand day today, and I don't care what comes tomorrow because today is the day. Today is the day. Okay, but what about 5 years from now? What about 10 years from now? What about 20 years from now? I think go with the flow mentality is fantastic for simple situations, not day-to-day living. I do not think go with the flow is going to help you at all with building a life that you dream of. I know. I think go with the flow is going to keep you stuck in limerence. It's going to keep you from making the choices you desire to make. It's going to keep you from making the hard choices that you have to make. It's going to keep you from going after and living in that city you desire, or achieving that college dream that you've always had, or going after the job, because that's a tomorrow problem. And today is today. You know, I think go with the flow is fantastic when you're just hanging out with friends and someone's like, hey, should we go to the pool? And you have nothing else going on with your day. Yes, go to the fucking pool. Okay. Go with the flow is fantastic when you meet a new friend. You're like, should we go do this thing? Yes, go do that thing. Go with the flow is fantastic when you're traveling with a group of friends and you're just trying to make the best out of that situation. Go with the flow is fantastic when maybe you're approached with hard things, and instead of overwhelming yourself with negative emotions, you're like, let's just take it one step at a time. Go with the flow is fantastic also for managing anxiety when it comes to making hard choices. But go with the flow is not going to help you actually live your life. Okay, I hate to break it to you guys. This is something I had to learn recently, semi-recently, but you have to have plans in life, okay? I look at my parents as kind of like this epitome of this, where like they achieved a lot with the very little amount of money that they had, okay? They achieved a lot, and that all came from looking forward, setting goals, and planning, not go with the flow. We have 2 children. We want to get them through high school the best they can. We want to have them in extracurricular activities. We want to make sure that they can go to college. We want to set ourselves up for retirement so our children aren't being forced to take care of us. We want to make sure that our retirement is comfortable, so then we're not also having to pick up a second job in retirement. We want to make sure that we're set up for success. We want to make sure our kids are set up for success, so there is no extra anxiety. You have to do that in life. There is something called playing the game of life, and baby, sometimes you have to play it. And that includes setting goals, achieving things, going after them, making hard decisions. But I do think sometimes we get stuck in this moment because, like, I'm not even kidding. I have lost at least 3 years of my life recently to this go with the flow mindset of like, if it happens, it happens. We'll figure it out. And it's like, cool, amazing, but there's nothing to figure out when there's nothing fucking happening in your life, because you're not setting goals. You're not achieving things. You're not going after things. You're not looking forward to things. You're not making hard decisions. You're not going out there and trying new things. You're not putting yourself out there. Nothing is happening in your life. And yes, maybe go with the flow is protecting you from bad things, but also it's hindering you from good things. And I really want to just seriously kind of get this point across in my fucking head. So maybe since I'm mostly just rambling to myself, maybe you guys will also take from this. Maybe it's something you need to hear as well, because I know it's something I need to hear. Good things are never easy. Okay? Achieving big dreams, big accomplishments are never an easy feat. They never come to you easily. There's going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, there's going to be mathematical equations that you have to solve. How do I do this? How do I get here? How do I move my things? Okay, this is something I'm thinking about when it comes to like moving across the country. Do I sell all of my things? Do I pack them all up? How do I get there? How do I find an apartment from across the world? Like, issues upon issues upon issues upon issues. If I let that deter me, if I let those problems deter me and go, no, but it should just flow easily to me. No, like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. No, but like, it's just maybe it's not meant for me because like I don't want to work to go after it. Like, what a wasted life, Go with the flow is good for situational things, but not for long-term goal planning and goal setting. That is going to take work. It's going to take effort. It's going to take planning. It's going to take mood boarding. It's going to take everything, pros and cons and listing, and it's going to take hard work. It is. Period, point blank. It really is. It's not going to take you assuming things are going to happen. It's going to really require you to go, I want that, and I'm going to go after it. Okay? And don't get caught up with trying to make the right decision. Every decision is the right decision. Let me go ahead and just break the ice for you. We've talked about this before with decision making, but every decision is the right decision. Whether it puts you in a new city that you fucking hate and you realize, damn, I hate this city, I want to go back home. Guess what? It was the right decision because now you will never spend your life regretting not moving to that city and not discovering that thing. Even if it goes completely fucking wrong, at least you have the answer now. And in turn, that makes it the right decision because you were exploring that opportunity. It could be the right decision by moving to a whole different city and going, wow, I love this city. I'm so proud of myself for doing this thing. Wow, it turned out quote unquote good in the grand scheme of things. There's no such thing as a right and wrong decision. There are only decisions in our life, and we must make them to the best of our ability to align with our dreams, with our desires, with our wants, and we owe it to ourselves to go after them. Okay, I do not want you getting stuck with this limerence. I think people talk about limerence. They talk about it mostly in a relationship aspect where you're in this place of like frozen time of waiting on this man, waiting on this man, waiting on this man. I don't give a fuck about men anymore. Okay. How about waiting on your life? Waiting on your life, waiting on your life, waiting on your life to take form, waiting on your life to finally put you in that city, waiting on your life to finally accomplish your dreams. Your life is not going to live for you have to live your life. And that means making scary decisions, making hard choices, doing hard things, crashing and failing sometimes, but getting back up and trying again. Go with the flow is not going to help you achieve those things, but go with the flow will kind of keep you semi-balanced as you make those hard decisions. I have somebody in my life right now that's like, I just can't plan. I can't plan. I don't look forward to the future. I'm unable to do so. I don't want to. I don't want to look forward. I just want to live today because tomorrow is scary and I'm just trying to make the best of it because if I think about tomorrow, I'm going to get overwhelmed and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to think about today. And it's like, it makes me want to rip my fucking hair out because it's like, okay, well, today sucks. Like, you can make tomorrow better by learning from today to then look forward to tomorrow or look forward 5 years from now to make your life better. But no, you're just stuck in the same shitty situations, shitty environments, things you don't like doing, not having enough time for yourself, and you refuse to make a change because you refuse to plan ahead. You just want to go with the flow. I just believe that's lazy. And not at you, but at me, okay? Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. When I'm rambling, most of it has to do with me. No offense. But there's going to be a moment in time where you are required to step up and start living life. And I do not want you to be fearful of it. The one thing that I want you to be fearful of in this life, which is something that I have become innately fearful of, is not living a life that you desire and want. Getting stuck in situations because they're comfortable instead of forcing yourself out of your comfort zone to go and discover more beautiful, wonderful things. Not making hard decisions because it's easier to stay where you are with what you know instead of going after what you want. I do not want you to let life pass you by because it will. It will. All right. And if you have a hard time making decisions, start small. Start with hanging out with a new friend. Start with going to a new event. Start with going and trying a new pool out. Start with eating a new meal. Simple, small, work your way up. But living in this limerence of life will have you waking up at 80 and going, what the fuck am I doing? And it might put you into some more trouble than you like because you didn't have the wherewithal to plan ahead. Retirement. What's retirement? I never planned for that. Now I got to work till I'm 95. Oh my God. I had kids, but I never planned ahead for their future and my future. So now we're all struggling, you know? It's like to set yourself up for the most success possible. You have to look forward. You have to see the roadblocks as they're coming and do your best to adjust accordingly, to work with them, to work around them, however you can. But the best way to force yourself to make a decision is to go, if I don't make a decision, I'm going to be fucking stuck here. And do you want to be stuck here? Or do you want to take a risk, which probably has an amazing outcome, to go and live the life that you dream and desire? It's all up to you. It's all up to you. And I know that's scary, but also like, thank God it's not up to someone else, because other people don't have the standards I have. Other people don't have the dreams, the desires I have. Other people aren't able to see the world that I see it the way I see it. I think that's beautiful. Same thing for you as well. You know, other people are not able to dream as big as you or as beautifully or as bright as you, but you have that vision inside yourself. You have that desire inside yourself. If it's inside of you, you are able to go out to find it, to create it. But you must get outside and go find it. You must make that decision. You must take on those challenges. You must face them head on, or else, bitch, life's just gonna slip you by. I don't want that happening for any of us, okay? There's a big, beautiful world out there, and all it requires from us is a little bit of risk. A little bit of risk.
What's going on? I'm meeting this woman to go on a group trip, and I've been working full-time at a bakery because that's something I'm really passionate about, but I've really been wanting to make money online, and I have really been putting inspired action, and it's been paying off, but I feel like there's just part of me that doesn't know really what the next step is to make money online. And I know that you've been doing this for a while, so I guess I just really wanted to ask you, and also you're an inspiration. So yes, also thanks for letting me send you a voice memo, but let me know your thoughts on that, and I hope you have an amazing day.
Okay, I think this is a great question. I don't talk a lot about the whatever side of things, and just like being a content creator online. And listen, I'm going to tell you this real quick. There is no recipe. There is no formula to follow. There is no A, B, C, and D, and you're going to get $1 million. There is no join this platform, join this thing. You know, there is no hack. There is no easy way. If it was like that, baby, everybody would be doing it. But if you haven't watched my money manifestation video on YouTube, go watch it now. The way I talk about money there is the same way I think about money when it comes to creating online. And that is, number one, there's plenty of money to go around. There is plenty of money in this world. I promise you that. There's plenty of money. There's plenty of people who are willing to spend money, who are willing to pay money. Even me, like, baby, I online shop to the max. I am very quick to give out $5, $10, $15, $150. Like, I like to shop. Like I said, there's enough money. Okay. So don't get worried and caught up with the idea of I have to follow this algorithm, or I have to do this thing, or I have to, join this platform, whatever it is. The only way to make money online is to follow your creativity. Yes. Yep. And you're like, I'm more analytical. I want to sell gadgets and gizmos. Okay, cool. You still have to follow that creativity, that desire of wanting to sell that thing, of wanting to, market yourself to be able to make money. Maybe art is your calling. Okay, great. Post your art. Get into your creativity. Figure out how you like to present yourself. Simply just upload your work. Show yourself off. The more you upload, the more people see your stuff. Simply put, you have to follow your creativity. Same thing with me. I kind of got caught in this environment of like, oh, but I have to upload these days, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. And it's like, once I gave up that idea and I was like, I'm just going to post whenever I want, however I want. I'm going to talk about whatever I want in this podcast. I'm going to share whatever I want on Patreon. I'm going to make whatever YouTube video I want that I'm curious about. That's when, the financial aspect of things started working out. But I didn't do it for the finances, and I think that's why it worked so well. I think when you try and grasp onto the finances, I have to sell this painting to make my rent. I have to. That's when it gets like a little desperate, and that's when that lack mindset comes in. Instead of going, you know what? I would love this painting to go to somebody who loves it. Let me just share it with the world. Let me upload it a bunch of times. Let me just set the price for like a really honorable amount that makes sense for me, that makes sense for a buyer. And let's see what happens. I guarantee that painting will sell. You see what I mean? But you cannot do it for the money aspect. You have to do it for the creative aspect. You like baking. Baking is your passion. Maybe you want to sell baked goods. Okay. There are people making probably hundreds of thousands of dollars out of their kitchen at home, selling at farmers markets, selling online, even like Facebook Marketplace selling food. You know what I mean? You can also do those things, but you have to share your creativity with the world. You have to follow that creativity and be open and authentic. And I guarantee naturally things will fall in line. And you have to keep showing up. You're probably not going to make a lot of money at first. Like I said, I did this podcast for 4 years without making a single cent. But I did it for the love of the game. I did it for the creative aspect and avenue that it really brought forth because I enjoyed doing it. I enjoy being here. And naturally, the money came through. I don't care how much money this podcast makes. You know what I mean? I'm still going to sit up here and do it every single fucking week. And in turn, it keeps my motivation alive. It keeps my creativity alive. It probably is more enthralling for you guys because I'm not sitting up here just like desperate. And also, high danger. Naturally, the money just follows. Naturally, it will. I guarantee you. You have to keep those avenues open and you have to follow your creativity. I think that's the best way to make money online, 1000%. Think about the influencers that are making millions of dollars. Those people started out just like making random shitty videos that they just found interesting and they didn't care if anybody else found it interesting, but they personally enjoyed it. It really is that simple. There is no trick or secret thing or secret algorithm boost or whatever. It is just following your calling, following your passion, and putting yourself out there authentically, consistently, and having fucking fun. The money will follow. I promise you. Hi, I'm so grateful all of the advice you and your podcast have given me over the last half a decade. Isn't that crazy? Actually, that is wild. I have not even thought about that. 5 years. Oh my God, we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary. How exciting. My question for this week is, what would you recommend to someone who struggles to keep up with routines/good habits while going through it mentally, especially when not keeping up with them causes more of a decline on my mental health? I love you, your podcast, and the energy and wisdom you bring to the world. Oh, you are so incredibly sweet. Listen, okay, I know I'm high functioning, but I have been very depressed lately. Let me just get real and raw and honest with you, okay? I'm not someone who like outwardly will seem depressed or seem sad or seem overwhelmed. Like, I really do keep a cool, calm composure about myself that makes me seem like I'm functioning well, but internally it's like like we're going insane. And that's why my parents were so shocked when I went to the psych ward, because it was like, what do you mean? She's fine. It's like, no, babe, we do suffer in silence, I fear. Anyways, I have been mega struggling, okay? And not in a way where it's like concerning at all, but definitely in a way where it's like, okay, if I don't take note and do something about it, this is just going to keep getting worse. So like, we're in control of our lives. Let's know the habits. Let's know the routines. Let's adjust accordingly. The thing with like having routines, having habits, and also being like a depressed person or going through a hard time is doing the things you love, doing the things you enjoy, even just like doing laundry, keeping up with life, going to work, whatever it is, takes a lot out of you, and more so than usual, especially when you are in those low points. Getting up out of bed is harder. Going and doing laundry feels like ripping your teeth out of your face. Coming home from work and thinking about cooking yourself dinner feels incredibly overwhelming. And that's when I say, with hobbies and with routines, there are like two sides of things, where there's like the overachieving side and there's the underachieving side. And it's okay some days when you need to underachieve, and it's okay some days when you have more energy to overachieve. So say your habit or hobby is the gym. Okay, let's use this as an example. So on the days you're feeling good, a little manic, a little crazy, you're like, I'm gonna go fucking run 8 miles. I'm gonna go bench press 200 fucking pounds. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm hyping myself up. Congratulations. That's fantastic. Go after it. Go do those things. You have the energy to do them. Now, say you're like in a lull. You're like, I'm not feeling good, but also I need to stay in this routine. Otherwise, I'm going to fall out of it. So today's going to be my underachieving day. And it's okay to have your underachieving days where you're like, I'm not feeling great, but we got to keep up with this routine so then we don't completely fall flat on our face. So today at the gym is my underachieving day. Maybe I'm just going to go walk 30 minutes on the treadmill. We're not running 8 miles today, but I'm at the very least going to go walk 30 minutes on the treadmill, and maybe they have a sauna. I'm going to go sit in the sauna for 15 minutes. You're not in your usual routine of bench pressing 250 pounds, but you're still in the routine of life that keeps you, moving forward and keeps you enthralled with life. Let's say your habit or hobby is something simple that we need to do every single day, such as like laundry. Okay, so maybe you're having an overachieving day where your laundry pile, it's like, I'm doing all of my laundry, it's going washer, dryer, and then it's getting hung up on hangers, and then it's getting put away in my closet. Like, we're doing all that in one day. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling funky, I'm feeling fresh, all this laundry is getting done. Cool, love it, fantastic. Maybe you're having an underachieving day, and that laundry pile actually looks like the devil itself. And all you can physically pull yourself to do is put the laundry in the washer, let it run, and then move it over to the dryer and let it run. No hanging it up, no putting it away. Just like, we just gotta put one through the wash and that's it. That's okay. That's all right. Maybe it's a different kind of like everyday activity, such as like, eating. You gotta eat, baby. You gotta eat. Maybe you're having an overachieving day where you're like, I'm gonna make a 10-course meal for myself. I'm gonna make homemade sourdough and homemade pickles, babe. I'm gonna go above and beyond and create this fantastic, fabulous dish because I have the energy to do so. Cool. Love it. As you should. You got the energy. Go for it, girl. You're in your manic episode. Let's go crazy in the kitchen. Maybe it's like, I just had the hardest fucking day ever. I'm so depressed. I just came home from work. All I can physically bring myself to do is make a packet of ramen. That's okay as well. Or maybe subsequently, let's treat ourselves. Let's order DoorDash. Let's go pick up some Chipotle. Let's keep it easy, simple, light. You see how you're still in your normal routine of, okay, habits, hobbies, still living day to day, still moving accordingly, a little bit high functioning, but also you're not pushing yourself over the edge where you're like massively depressed and trying to run 8 miles, massively depressed and trying to cook a Thanksgiving meal, massively depressed and trying to deep clean your apartment from head to toe. It's like, no. Sometimes you can kind of like step back a little bit and, do just a little bit of that thing, but still stay in routine that keeps you on track and keeps you feeling good. You do not have to be high achieving every single day, but I do understand that there is value to staying in routine and trying to keep in routine so then you don't fall out completely and end up just completely giving up on the things that do actually work for you. I don't want you to withdraw from life, all right? I want you to stay in routine of life, in good routines, but also you have to understand where your energy levels lie, how much energy you can give to certain things, what certain things matter to you. And it's okay to ebb and flow with that energy if you feel like you're lacking it in some aspects of your life. That is A-okay. That's something I've had to tell myself recently where it's like, you know what? I don't want to do any of these things right now. I actually just want to sit in bed and rot. I know that's not good for me. I know that would be a cycle I'm returning to. I know that would be something bad. So let's not do that. But let's kind of like lower our expectations a little bit with like what we're expecting from our painting, what we're expecting from our work, what we're expecting from our day-to-day lives. We'll get back on track. We'll feel better soon. Don't worry. We have low points. We have high points. You will return to the high. I promise you. But for now, all you can really do is focus on staying in routine as much as possible and doing what you can for yourself with the energy that it allows you. All right. With that being said, you guys, please, for the love of God, stay sane this retrograde. I'm kind of excited to see where it takes us. I think I'm closing a lot of chapters coming up here soon and opening a lot of doors that I'm very excited about. And I pray and I manifest that you close off the things that are no longer serving you and fully enthrall your life with things that are desirable, that are exciting, and that make you feel fulfilled in this life. Even if it just comes from you, baby, that's all that matters. Get out there in summer max, okay? Go to the pool, get your tan on, go, make yourself a salad, go eat a popsicle, go run around in a field. I don't care what it is. I don't care what you feel called to do, but go and do it no matter what it is. Please release your inhibitions and go out there and live life. You deserve to. I'm sure I'll be partying it up and dancing this weekend. I cannot wait, and I hope you guys are too. Oh, I'm also making a Jello shot recipe. That'll be up on my Instagram. I feel like that'll be fun to make. I gotta get my parents to the airport though, so I got to go. I love you all so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. If you want to see more from me, join the Patreon, patreon.com/smokeshuddy. It's a new month coming up, so we have a lot of fun new things coming up as well. I'll have my July forecast of all the things that I'm looking forward to this July. I'll have a new book club book. I'll have a book club review of my last book. I'll have more full moon, new moon write-ups. I'll have a lot of fucking things coming up. Don't you worry. I post there like every single day because I want to make it worth it. You guys support me, so best believe I'm going to support you guys. If you want to watch the vlogs every single week, those are up early on the Patreon, but also on YouTube, Hannah Marlene 444. If you want to see what I'm up to, submit a call-in, which I would love to hear your voice. Submit any of your questions. Follow me on Instagram at Hannah Marlene. I guess you could also email me your questions. That works too. HannahMarlene444@gmail.com. And also you can comment them down below. I'm happy to answer them anywhere, anytime. But with that being said, stay sane, stay sexy, and I'll see you all so soon. Mwah.